Hi, welcome.
Hey,
My name is Monica.
I'm Nikki.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, so tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I'm 29 years old, and I'm a mom of 2 kids, a boy and a girl, 5 and 7, and I'm pretty much just a stay-at-home mom. Both my kids are in school now, so I have been trying to look for a job, but yeah, just a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, that sounds great. Sounds like you might be a little busy there, but
Yeah.
that's great. So what brings you here today?
Well, I went to the doctor's and he told me that I have hypertension, and he said I had high blood pressure. He said it was 180 over 100, and I guess that's high for blood pressure. And so he said I might be able to benefit from doing some nutrition counseling to lower it, because I really don't want to go on medication right away.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it sounds great. I'm so glad you came in. Well, I just want to let you know that for our appointment today that we have about 30 minutes
Okay.
to share today. We'll go over your eating patterns, how those are for you, and look at maybe some changes we can make, what sounds interesting to you, and what we can take you home with, and then maybe have like a follow-up appointment after that.
Okay.
If you're interested. So let's start off with talking about what a typical day of eating is like for you.
Well, in the morning I'll have breakfast. I usually will have 2 eggs and a piece of toast. I'll put some butter on the toast, and then a cup of coffee. And then usually for lunch I'll probably just have leftovers from whatever I made the night before. And then I'll do a snack in the middle of the day, usually nuts or trail mix, and have like a nice tea. And then for dinner, I usually will cook at home, and I'll make different things like spaghetti. I'll make meatloaf with mashed potatoes, pork chops, green beans, rice, things like that.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any days where you occasionally maybe eat out, or how does your dining out patterns, what do they look like?
I would only say I'd eat out occasionally. Since I'm at home most of the time, I'll be fine to cook, and I enjoy cooking, so most of my meals are at home.
Well, that's great. That's great. So you enjoy to cook, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't really eat out much because you like to come up with just your own meals.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds great. So what are you hoping to get out of this appointment today?
Well, I really want to find some ways that I could reduce my blood pressure, by maybe changing my diet, or whatever that, means, by lowering it, and just finding some different options besides, going on a medication or something.
Yeah, sounds great. So you want to come up with some alternative ways that you'd be able to avoid taking any medications, and
Yes.
see what routes you can go off of.
Yes.
Okay, sounds great. So what about your eating patterns now would you say is positive?
Right now, I think I would say I have a pretty balanced diet. I don't really.
Okay, that's great. I admire that. What do you think about your diet is negative? Should I check it? Oh, damn it.
Oh,
I think it was.
Okay, we
Can
can
I
just
cut
cut this out. Okay.
So what do you think about your diet is negative?
Well, I would say I do eat a lot of salt. I like to add a lot of salt to my food because I want it to taste good, and
Okay.
so I like to add in different toppings to make it not taste bland. And also, I mean, I guess just sodium in general. I don't really look at food labels, or I'm not really aware of how much I'm getting, I guess.
Okay. So you usually just go about your day. You just eat basically what you like, and you don't really worry too much about, the labels that you have on the back, and you're not too concerned about those. I see. Excuse me. Okay, well, so I guess that maybe we can see some more ways that you can help fix those negative things that you find about your diet. But I do want to ask you though, what kind of activity level would you say that you have?
Right now, I'm not super active. I mean, I'm usually cleaning and, taking the kids to school. So I'm kind of, moving throughout the day, but I don't really do a lot of other exercise. I do sometimes go on walks with my dog.
Nice.
But they're usually pretty short because I just feel a little paranoid around my neighborhood. I don't know if it's always so super safe, so sometimes that keeps me from, going out and doing things outside.
Okay, so you feel like you do have some activity throughout your day, but you are busy for the most part. So you'd probably say maybe have like a little bit of a low activity for the most part. Okay. Well, I do have some tips if you're interested. I can show you some things on how we can lower your blood pressure if you're interested.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Well, so we have here some things that we can maybe see if you're interested in including some more fruits and vegetables, checking your sodium, checking those labels when you go to the store and you're buying, your foods for your children, for your family, looking on the back and seeing like how much sodium is in this particular food that I'm buying, and seeing how high that is compared to maybe an alternative brand or something that you can get that would be similar to that.
Okay.
That might help. And also cutting back on adding that salt into your food. Maybe, we can go over some ways to maybe taste help your food taste a little bit better. And also increasing your activity would definitely be a great way to reduce stress and also your blood pressure.
Okay.
So are any of these 4 ideas, do they sound interesting and doable to you?
I would say if any of them, probably be eating more fruits and vegetables, and maybe checking the sodium on labels more. I don't know if I would really want to, give up the salt in some of my foods. I really, and my family, we enjoy, cooking with salt. And then I could increase activity, but like I said, sometimes in my neighborhood it's not always very safe. So,
okay.
Probably the fruits and vegetables would be the best option for me.
Okay, sounds great. Well, I'm glad that you're at least interested in some of these ideas. So do you have any topics in mind that you could come up with on your own? Any ideas that you have to lowering your blood pressure other than these?
Not really. These ideas seem pretty good to me.
Okay. Do you feel like there's any barriers that you have that might conflict with making adding more fruits into your diet, or vegetables, or checking your labels?
Well, I don't always like to. I do enjoy fruits and vegetables. I just don't always buy them. I don't know. I guess I just don't really enjoy snacking on them. I kind of prefer something a little more satisfying, as a snack. So I guess it's just maybe like planning out my meals to incorporate more fruits and vegetables would be helpful. But I guess just I don't always crave them. Is the thing.
Okay.
So.
Do you feel that there's any foods that might be high in sodium that you feel like out of control over? Is it just that you feel like you always add salt to your meals? You feel?
I wouldn't say there's anything that I feel out of control. I think that I eat salted nuts, so I mean there is salt on those, and then usually I'll add some salt to my mashed potatoes or some rice or something like that. But I mean, I wouldn't consider it out of control. Yeah.
Okay, well, sounds great. So what would you say that you're doing now that is working for you in a way to reduce your blood pressure? Anything that you can think of?
Well, I would say, I mean, like, just the fact that I'm moving around a lot of the day, just like cooking and cleaning and, running around with the kids. I would say, I am moving, even though maybe it's not considered exercise. Yeah, I definitely am not, just laying around all day, so.
Okay. So would you say that you feel pretty confident about maybe adding some vegetables and fruits into your diet?
I mean, yeah, I think it's something I could do. I guess I'm just not really sure how I'll do it yet.
Okay.
I guess it's going to take some planning and figuring out how I'm going to
definitely
add them in.
Do you feel like you would be able to check the labels on the back of the sodium, like the labels on the back of the foods that you buy, and check the sodium? Do you feel like
I feel like I could do that. Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely start looking at labels more and being more aware of that. That's something that seems easy and just something I can do while I'm grocery shopping.
Yeah. So are fruits and vegetables into your diet that you have?
I guess just how I would add them in,
Okay.
just how it would kind of work in with what I already eat. I don't want to totally change my diet, but, I do want to definitely add them in if they're going to help lower my blood pressure.
Okay, so just figuring out some ways that you could possibly do that. I think that's like your only obstacle, maybe coming up with some ideas. We can definitely help you with that later.
Okay.
Do you feel like there's any people in your family or friends that you may have that would support this change for you?
I think, I think my husband and my kids, they would probably be okay with having, some more fruits and vegetables, I'm sure. I mean, I would be happy to see them eating more too.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I think, if they knew that it's for my health and for lowering my blood pressure, they would be on board and supportive of that change.
Do you feel like they would maybe have any kind of negative effect on these, maybe adding fruits and vegetables? Do you think that they like those?
I think maybe it'll be, probably for the kids, it might be kind of different. They might be not totally on board right away about eating vegetables, at dinner or, as a snack. But I think maybe in time they'll kind of grow to like some of them.
Okay, yeah. I think that would be a great idea. So let's see what we can do. I have the list here, and we can go through the ways that we can incorporate the fruits and vegetables into your diet. So first we have, you can add some fruits as snack maybe throughout the day, so you can have like your meal, and then, maybe a couple hours after if you're feeling hungry, or you're just thinking like, oh, this, would be a good idea to eat this snack and have something like prepared for you.
Okay.
So when you go to the market, you can pick up your fruits and vegetables. Say if you like strawberries or apples, carrots, you can always pair the apples with like peanut butter. Kind of get them with like some different flavors to kind of like seem more interesting to you.
Yeah.
Some carrots with ranch probably, just to get those introduced to your diet. I think those would be some good ways to incorporate that. Kids usually love those, by the way. Yeah, those would be great. You can, right when you get home, just cut them up, prepare them, put them in a little baggie, and they're ready to go. Easy snack, yeah. Or even, like, if you have dinner, a good side would be, like, a salad and just putting, like, some vegetables in there.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea. Fresh or frozen, whichever you prefer.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, mixture of both or whatnot, whatever takes to your liking, and just see what you can stir up from there. Or do you typically, you have like a oatmeal cereal kind of in your breakfast somewhere?
I usually have eggs in the morning.
Eggs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, with your eggs you can make omelets.
Oh.
We can incorporate some vegetables in there. Just chop them up pretty finely, just throw them in there with your egg and toss it over.
I like that idea.
Yeah, that would be great. Or even a smoothie. Smoothies are a great way to get your vitamins. I'm sorry, you do get vitamins from your fruits and vegetables. So getting your fruits and vegetables in through a smoothie would be a great way.
Okay.
Yeah. Or even like the soup. You can also add them in soup. So if you make like a chicken soup, you can just throw them in there with the broth, and they tend to all like taste really blended like all together.
Yeah.
Maybe have like some chicken in there or something.
Okay.
So yeah, those would be some good ways that you can do that. So we do have on the food labels, they are based on like you do want to kind of go for less than 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day. So it'll show, like this is just like an example label here. You have 10 milligrams here, 150 milligrams here. And they're both diced tomatoes, so like I said, you can get your two different items, compare them, see which one has like the lower sodium count, and see how that works out for you. A lot of times more processed meats and cheeses and stuff, they usually are higher in sodium, so maybe going with more of like a fresher kind of thing. The farmer's market is a great place to get your food sources from.
Okay.
Yeah. So how likely, or how confident, I should ask, how confident do you feel that you'd be able to make this change?
I definitely feel more confident than I did before, with some of these options. I think, more confident in adding, some maybe vegetables to like my meals, like the omelet idea would be really easy for me, and then also maybe just adding in vegetables to some of my dinners, like the spaghetti, I can throw in some vegetables or a salad or something.
Yeah. That
would actually work out pretty good. So I definitely feel more confident. Those are a lot of good ideas that I think I can try out.
Yeah, that would be great. So do you have any other ideas that you might want to take on besides these? Or
no, I think definitely trying a few of these, that would be a great start for me.
Yeah, I think so too. Is there anything else that you would like to know about these tips that we have here for you?
Not necessarily. I think that starting with these would be a good idea. Is this something that I should try doing, every single day, or?
Well, that's a great question because, you haven't really had these in your diet before. So I think that starting off slowly would be the best way for you to go about. So, you are busy, you don't usually have any fruits and vegetables, you haven't really checked the labels before. So I think that maybe incorporating it maybe 2 times a week. Do you think that would sound good?
Yeah, I feel like, maybe like 2 or 3 times a week I could definitely do that.
Yeah, and then, it would also help, your children when you go to the market, they might help, motivate you, by looking at the labels and being like, help mom pick out,
Oh, okay. I like
a
that,
good choice, making it maybe like something fun that they can do, just to kind of help you out and be like, I found the one with like the lower sodium that we can take home.
Yeah, that's great. I know, because my kids love to go grocery shopping with me,
Yeah.
So that'll be something we can try out.
So it's a great way to educate them and help them get their fruits and vegetables in as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. So what do you think about this, though? What do you think about these changes? Do you, they do sound intriguing to you?
Yeah, they definitely do sound interesting, and, I feel kind of like it would be, something fun to try at home, just trying to incorporate some vegetables into the diet. I think my whole family will kind of, do it with me, and we'll see how we like it.
Well, I really hope that we can help make that change into your life. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel they'd be able to do this?
I would probably say maybe like an 8 or a 9.
That's great. That's great. So you sound pretty confident about doing this. Okay. Well, we did give you your menu items that we can that we have here. You can definitely take this home with you. Review it, and then you can also, if it doesn't seem to be working out for you, you can look at these other two and see if maybe you'd want to try these.
Okay.
Don't put yourself down if you're not able to add so many fruits and vegetables, but we'll start off with just adding in like those 2 times a week,
Okay.
See if that works. You'll be able to come back and we'll discuss how your meals went for you.
Okay.
And see if that worked out, and maybe if there's any alternate ways that we can get those in there. Like how you said that you really like your foods tasting with like adding the salt. We might be able to come up with a different way where they'll be more intriguing to you, by adding like some different spices or something.
Yeah.
We can maybe come up with like a little, what would you say? I'm sorry. Like a recipe for you.
Oh, okay.
To maybe take home and try. Maybe we can do that next time. I think that would be a good idea. So definitely, what we can do is we can set up this experiment for you. We can make a list of your fruits and vegetables that you can take, make some things that can go with them, and you can definitely take that to the market.
Okay.
And put into use and see how it goes.
Alright.
And then, so what important factors would you consider when going about this change?
I think probably, planning out the meals and planning out what I want to add into them will be important. And when grocery shopping, getting things that me and my whole family likes, types of vegetables, will be something that I'll definitely have to do in being successful with the change.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you recognize that. So we'll definitely see if we can get you going on this. And I do want you to come back at least in maybe another week or 2 weeks, whatever you prefer. And we can definitely see what changes you made, if any, and see how that went through.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, so just definitely keep in mind to add those fruits and vegetables in and see how that goes for you.
Okay, I'm excited.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. See you later.